Serafina and I were at a entrepreneurial book club where Stephanie never read the right book. And
Stephanie was terrible at this book club.
I really sucked at book club.
I did
Fabulous. What?
I just had a visual. I just had a
It was a
visual.
lot.
I had a visual.
Proud of it.
Hold on, let me turn it on.
Our new show opening.
Good morning. Top of the morning to you.
Top of the muffin to you.
I absolutely love your new show opening.
Yay, right?
So fun.
I worked on it over the weekend and then I forgot I did it like I was another person.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I did work on that on Friday. Oh, yay, I could do that.
Yay me.
Only we had to do it twice yesterday because I forgot to hit the live button. So Hank and I were like a whole minute and a half into the show. And I was like, I don't know why I can't tag us on social.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's because we're not live.
Yeah.
We've been doing the show for myself in my basement. So
That was the
thanks,
practice
Hank.
run.
Good morning, Miss Emily. I hope you guys are feeling better. Maria, hello. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
We got quite a show for you. Hopefully, Susan gets the link that I sent her. She didn't confirm her email. I just made a guess. I did my very best. 4:49 Wake and Bake on the West Coast. What's up, Don? Cheers to you, my friend. I hope it's a hell of a lot warmer than it is here in New England, where yesterday I finally felt like it was cold. It was like 30, and I'm like, oh,
Which
like
isn't too bad.
unavoidable not wearing a coat yesterday. It was one of those raw. And I got in the car and I was driving to Hyannis because I had to go to the doctor. And I was like, oh. And it took me halfway to Hyannis to just warm my bones.
Yeah.
I also spent the morning here, which is like chilly in my studio. So I have to get used to it. Good. I'm so glad that you're feeling better. I'm feeling a lot better too. It's been a wild ride. I was at the doctor yesterday. The laundry list of doctors I need to see from then going to the doctor. Anybody else have this with their primary care? They're like, you need a this, you need a this, you need a this. I felt like a car with all kinds of check engine lights on yesterday, and it was not great.
So you left the doctor's appointment with a big rejection sticker?
Yeah, basically, I got a rejection sticker, and I need to go do the things and fix it up before I come back. It was BS.
Gotta love it.
Good morning, Dawn, 74 on the West Coast. We were at the beach and then fish and chips in the harbor. Just pour some salt on it.
Yeah.
I also said bleep you to my friend Danielle, where she's like, it's sunny and 70 here in Florida. Yeah. Meanwhile, I went to the doctor yesterday, and
Yeah.
the cute little Irish nurse that was checking me in, asking me all my family history because it's a brand new primary care. Try finding one this day and age. Well, I found one. And so I'm going over all of the stuff, like the Dead Sea Scrolls of your healthcare that they couldn't get from the various places on my chart and this one and that one.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there and she's like, okay, she grabs my phone away from me and then lifts the chair because apparently that's how they weigh you now. And then I looked at her and I laughed and I was like my phone's going to really make a difference, lady. But I appreciate that you were trying to lessen the load of the chair.
Did you get to take the shoes off?
No, I had Crocs on. It was fine.
Oh, that's
She
fine.
wasn't worried about kicking those off. She
No.
didn't tell me until after I was midway.
By the way, I'm checking your weight.
By the way, we're weighing you right now. Son of a. I didn't have a chance to lift a leg. Nothing.
Rude.
I know. At least she didn't tell me out loud what it was, so I'm fine with that. We could be friends still. Normally, especially I adopted this after my first baby of getting on the scale and getting on backwards. So I was like, just don't tell me.
Just don't tell me.
As long as tell me when I really need to be concerned about it. I'm looking at myself. I know what I know, and you know what I know. So you don't need to tell me in pounds.
And you just gave me a big red rejection sticker. so there's that.
Exactly. I know. So and let this be a lesson to you. Go get your checkup. So you have to go get more checkups. Whose check engine lights on?
I gotta do that.
Good morning, Mari. Thanks for joining us this morning. Tom, you got to call me, buddy. I've got a couple of appointments today. I've got a gig. I'm entertaining the teachers.
Yeah, you got some fun stuff coming up today.
I do. I like playing with people that are in a stressful environment, and then I get to be the fun, like
relaxing
relaxing part afterwards.
Yeah.
I was like, thank you for choosing me. I will uplift your day.
You do.
can't-
You do.
Well, I mean, being an educator this day and age, and we've discussed this, how difficult those tasks are. You from that background where you were like, I'm good.
I'm good. I'm gonna go over here and play now.
I'm going to play with art things. Thank you.
But art, music, it's all learning. You're learning through all of those things.
Well, yeah, you and I were looking over the stack of things that people are talking about today in the news, and one of them is how music therapy, playing instruments, listening to music, singing with your what is your new karaoke version?
We are the birthplace of craftioke.
Craftioke, craft while you sing karaoke, which I love.
Absolutely.
All of this lessens your dementia, aging, um, cognitive development, brain enhancement, any sort of function with your brain.
And it's funny that they're just talking about it in the news now because all
It's
of us
weird.
educators over here are like,
Long time, right? We've been know this
no, really?
like a little kid.
Really?
I know that. I had a little kid yesterday. I know that.
I mean, I'm glad they're acknowledging it now.
Yeah, right.
But yes, music and the arts. It's
Oh.
good for the soul.
Good, Mari. I'm glad that you get on backwards. I didn't have to get on backwards. I had the chair lift. Apparently, that's how we're doing it now.
I'm still trying to figure out how they lifted you up. Did
It's
you
a-
feel like violated?
No, it's like a weird dentist chair that just kind of like lifted, and that's how they did it.
So
I don't
weird.
know. State of the art. Either that or they had to get a crane. This is how we lift her, boys. Hoist it up.
Be
Whatever.
Nice. Be nice.
You know, if you can't tease yourself, then who can you tease? Just adopt it. We had a good night last night over at Shipwreck. Jen was filling in for Rob, who had to go spend time because he's like, I feel like I need to be a better dad. I'm going to my daughter's birthday, her basketball game because it is her birthday. So shout out to all you dads and moms making it work when your schedules are crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mine it's wild. I didn't have a chance to go to my son's basketball game. My husband went yesterday. I didn't hear anything from the game, so I don't think it ended well. I usually get the call on the way home.
If
I
it's a
did
good
this,
one.
I did this, I did this. You missed it. Where were you? I didn't get that call yesterday. So
Mm-mm.
I know.
Curious to find out.
My daughter's graduation photos. She brought them home yesterday. She just looks too little to be graduating. It's weird. Oh, I know. Happy birthday. What's up, Lauren? Thanks for joining us this morning. So this Lauren from O Places, tell everybody what it is that you do.
We like to have fun. We are a collaborative art studio and music lounge in the heart of Buzzards Bay, Main Street, number 125, across from the National Marine Life Center. And we basically have an open space that welcomes anybody.
I loved your blacklight parties.
Oh my gosh.
You've been
me
having a lot of
too.
fun with that glow in the dark paint.
Can I just tell you, celebrating people every day is so much fun.
Yeah.
I totally didn't think about that when starting a business with my business partner. You kind of,
That's okay.
You kind of forget all the benefits you get to reap while doing this show.
Yeah.
And it's literally celebrating other people.
So her space also is open for you to be able to book a time there. And she's been doing a lot of birthday parties. I think you had 10 or 12 booked in a
We
day.
are up to 12 birthday parties for January, February, and one in March. So it's busy. It's really busy already. We're excited. We do birthday parties, but not only that, we also do private events. So it doesn't have to be a birthday party.
I love that you're getting them to, and them, I mean children, but I mean grown-ups too. Put your phone down and play with something, which is really nice.
Leave your phone and your worries at the door, disconnect, come in, forget about the world around you, and just really connect
Yeah.
with other people. Like, it is so fun. We have all walks of life coming in and just seeing the joy that it brings out of them, whether it's playing a game they haven't played for a while or picking up drumsticks. It's
Yeah.
just the opportunity is there and it's a lot of fun.
Good morning, Nate. Thanks
Hi,
for
Nate.
joining us last night at trivia. He was a man of one for his trivia team.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know what? We have a friend of ours, Cliff, who comes to one of our trivias, and he always kicks rear end when he's by himself. Give him a team, he'll lose every time. And I think it's because outside of influence.
Yes.
There's something to be said for the collaborative mind sometimes does not bring the one individual up.
No, but it does bring a lot of fun.
It absolutely brings way more fun. It's much more fun playing on a team.
I suck at trivia. I do not have the mental capacity or recollection for it.
See, ours is fun and it keeps going. And even if you lose, you have a good time, which is how we designed it to be just playful.
Yeah.
And a good time, and to use your brain in other ways. We have puzzles, we've got music. It's very interactive. It's not just sit there like a potted plant and answer 10 questions, or that's a theme that if you
Not
didn't
at
know the
all.
theme, then you're not going to get it. And then you don't want to play.
Yeah.
You know,
I
when
went to your trivia at Tomatillo's.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, so much fun.
that's a music bingo. We
That
got
was my first one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm going to get to play with the teachers today, and we're going to be doing music bingo. And it is super fun to just sit along and sing along and then try and guess the theme. Today is the last day for our themes. So every single month we do a monthly prize,
Mhm.
and it's usually a little bit bigger. This one is a $200 gift card to Knockabout Brewing Company.
Ooh.
I know. So you could throw yourself a party.
Yeah.
You know, that's a lot of beer for
That
one
is a
person to
lot of
consume.
beer.
I mean, honestly, that could be your yearly budget for beer. Or you could throw a party, the more the merrier, and have some fun with your friends.
Yeah, you could.
And that's how we like to roll. We busted out the inflatable tent. I love that little inflatable disco.
I saw that. I saw that you're now renting it out
Right.
too.
Yeah.
How fun.
Well, it's got I got the little disco ball in
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
We've got some laser lights. So much more fun when it's like dusk or dark because that thing really lights up.
Yeah.
But even during the day, it's a super fun way to have an adult bouncy house without the floor bouncing. Yay! It's a grown-up bounce house.
It's like the inside out bounce house.
Right?
It's fantastic. You
Yeah.
had inflatable couches in there. You had your little DJ station.
What's really cool though, there's a projector in there. So you can project all kinds of, if you're into sort of art, that screen art, film art, you could really make it an interactive experience.
Like right off the walls?
Yes, on the walls. So I don't know if you've ever been to one of those Van
I was just
Goghs
gonna say the
or
Van
anything
Gogh
like that. Yeah,
experience.
exactly.
Yeah.
You could make your own sort of visual experience in
Got
there
my
with
gears
music.
going.
I know. So it could be super fun if you've got the space to do it in. Just remember that we have it available to rent. We've got an inflatable disco that we can slap up in your yard and have a good time. Got little heaters in there. A little bit chilly, but honestly, in 30-degree weather, we were outside for about 4 hours and I didn't feel anything.
Yeah.
And it was pouring rain.
And
And it
once
was
you've got
nice.
people in there too.
Exactly. Little body heat. You're
Little
good to
body heat.
go. Good morning, Candy. Thank you so much for joining us. And Tim. Hi, how are you?
Good morning.
It's Lauren.
I know I can't see this on here.
I'm waiting
Not
for
to-
Susan to be joining us. She's supposed to bop in at some point this morning. I sent her the link.
Susan, where
Oh.
are you?
Well, she gave me a different link, so I'm going to have to invite her another fashion.
There you are.
I know. Hold, please.
I am so glad you came to see the studio.
You have a lot going on there. It's overwhelming. It's good.
So
Oh, I can hear us a little bit.
turn that up. Did
Like,
that last time.
wait a minute. Hey, that's okay.
There we go.
You can't hear all of the
Now I can
things.
see
I get it.
people.
Speaking of health, are you taking care of yours, Missy?
Yeah.
To hear a little bit better?
Nope. Have not made that phone call yet.
Do I have to remind you weekly? We're each other's check-ins. I don't know when exactly that became a thing, but it became a thing, and I
became a
appreciate
thing.
you.
Yes.
You kind of assigned yourself to the job, and I appreciate it.
You can always just block my number if you need to.
Just know, does anybody have a friend that's assigned the job of checking in? I know our question of the day, what do you hate about getting older? Feel free to chime in. For me, though, I'm definitely like slower when it comes to recall and getting stuff done. I'm like, I don't know whether it's because I'm supremely overwhelmed and I've got a lot going on. And
Yeah.
it's really hard for me to remember all of the things. And if I don't write it down or put it in my calendar, it's not happening.
I keep a book all the time. I have designated one book, and in the morning when I'm just going around coming up with ideas, ding, 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 in the book, and eventually I cross them off.
Any of my people out there, professionals and or otherwise, know of a great system that works for you mentally? I feel like I just stop the conversation. I'm like, can you email me this? Because I'm going to forget this conversation. And I don't want to be rude because I do and am listening to you and will recall all of this when I see an email
When I
popped.
see it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Some of us just learn like that. Some of us can remember, like Tim, he can remember every single conversation, like word for word.
Yeah.
And then me, if it's not in Samson Notes, like I use Samson Notes on my phone. Do
Yeah.
you use that at all?
Yeah. I use my notes.
Yeah. So you have a system. You just have to be
It's very scattered.
consistent with it. Consistency is key.
If I put it in my notes, I'll go back like even a month later and I'm like, who was I that day? And what the hell was I
What am
trying
I
to say to
talking
myself?
about?
I don't even know. Because it's like the half of a conversation.
Yeah. Well, you do have a lot going on.
Yeah, well, Nate, yeah, as long as you've got a friend that you check in with, it really does make it a little bit easier for you to grasp what the hell is going on. I need that a lot. So we're talking Super Bowl already. I just saw that Knockabout release their kegs and eggs.
Ooh, tell me more.
We're gonna have a fun Sunday. It's gonna be a food truck that's gonna be there, and there's gonna be beer mimosas and all kinds of other fun stuff. But I mean, Super Bowl. First off, the AFC Championship game. Nate, you can jump in on this too. 55.5 million people
Million.
checked in. It's definitely the Taylor Swift effect.
It definitely. And then they said that he is now, people would consider Travis Kelce as a good neighbor.
They want Travis Kelce as their neighbor if they were at. Okay, yeah, sure. If you got a chance with Taylor Swift, I'm sure.
Is that until they separate and then he's no longer a good neighbor?
I don't know. Remains to be seen. Those two look like they're having some serious fun, and I'm here for
They're
it.
so cute.
Whether you like the situation or not, it's bringing all people together. And I love that you were like, it's going to be such a daddy-daughter moment when
my
they're
gosh,
watching.
It is. It's really, I think it's going to bring a lot of dads and daughters together for Taylor Swift.
I mean, it's not bringing me to watch football. I mean, obviously any playoffs is worth watching. So I did watch that game, and I watched the Ravens just come unglued. It looked good at first, but I feel like that's true Raven fashion. If you watch football, that's what they do.
Yeah.
Nate, Taylor Swift is the best athlete of all time.
Speaking of which, we have one of our Lavish Beasts, one of our cubby vendors.
Yeah.
She is going to come and put on a Taylor Swift stack your own bracelets. You get to make your own beaded bracelets.
Very cool.
And then, of course, we're going to follow it up with karaoke, some crafty-okie at Places.
Yeah, so let everybody know about the Cubby Bins and what it is that you speak of going on over at her shop.
Yeah.
125 Main Street, Buzzards Bay, Places. It's a play oasis.
It totally is. It is. So we have cubbies that we rent out to vendors. We have Lisa Z coming in to set up her cubby.
Very cool.
Cape Cod CBD. Basically, it's $20 a spot per month. You get a 13 by 13 by 15 cubby, and it's a showcase. It's your showcase, and you get to display it however you want. We have some artists that put a little light box in theirs. You get to design it, create it your own. And then if someone likes your product and they'd like to shop from you, there's a QR code in each cubby that links right to their website.
I like that.
Or their Venmo. And that way they're responsible
you can pay
for
them
all
there.
of their business dealings.
Very nice.
Yep.
Good morning, Dave Hegner. What's up, Huck? When's the big fight? I want to know. Oh, Nate, I want to know if I can cover Super Bowl one day. Number one. That's what you want to cover?
That's
well,
cool.
Good luck to you. Nate is one of our college students over at WKKL, and we're going to be doing some engagements with them. Susan, our happy medium, is here. Are you ready to hop on with us?
Oh my God. I'm on my phone, so I don't know how the sound is, but
the sound is great.
Good morning.
Yeah, right?
All right, cool.
How the heck are you?
Good. I'm doing good.
So, what's going on in the world of Susan? I need to know all of the things.
Well, let's see. I broke my foot over the weekend.
What?
No.
Yeah, I know it. What a pain in the neck. I mean,
you didn't see it coming?
Oh, that's bot. I love it when you're giving crap to the psychic.
I couldn't help
Right?
I'm sorry.
Poor Susan.
Voice for you. Yeah, I didn't. Well, you know what it was? It was first thing in the morning, and I had my bathrobe on, and I'm droning around trying to get the dog out the door, and I stubbed my toe and on something in the kitchen, and it hurt like hell. But that's what, when you stub your toe, it does, right? So I didn't think much of it. And then the next day, I went for a 2-mile walk, and stupid. But I'm like, oh. hurt now and then. So we
I
can't-
love how she says trying to get out of the way of the dog. She has a Great Dane. It's not a dog, it's a human. He's not just this little puppy she had to walk around.
No, that's a horse.
Right? And seriously, so here you are injuring yourself. Did you look over at your guides and like, where were you on that one? You
Oh,
bothered me all day.
no.
Where was that?
all you.
So you stubbed your toe, but it turned into a broken foot?
Well, yeah, I stubbed the toe and I hit whatever I did, I hit it like right in between the little piggy toe and the rest of your foot, and then it just popped off.
Ooh,
RTB says, is that what happened, Susan?
Really?
that's her story. And she's
That's her story,
sticking
and
to
she's
it.
sticking to it is right.
Ugh. So I'm like pulling it. I'm like, well, maybe it's not broken, and I'm wiggling it around. Now it's detached, mind you, because so
Yeah,
it's
it's not broken. It's just detached.
and I'm like, but it didn't really hurt, which was weird. So I kept yanking on it and wiggling it around. I'm like, oh, I'm fine.
It's fine. Everything's fine. Just tape it together.
We're good.
Right.
We're good. Duct tape will fix everything.
I'm
So,
so sorry you have to deal with that. And in the winter, when it's icy and terrible out, now you have to be extra ginger about the way you step and walk.
and I've got this hideous looking boot that I have.
Oh, come on. Those orthopedic boots, they look so hot.
So being the ADD person that I am, I'm like walking around going, oh, this is kind of like a tap shoe. So I'm dancing. Like,
I was just thinking maybe we could paint it.
RTB said, put some butter on it. You'll be fine. Good morning, Amy. And hello, Danielle. I've already mocked you from sunny Florida and 70 degrees yesterday. Pour some salt in it. Why don't you?
Oh, speaking of
Well,
salt.
Susan, you didn't even tell me you're going to Hawaii. All of a sudden, I look online and I'm like, this girl, she's in Hawaii. What the hell?
well, you know what? You got to become besties with Scotty Mobark. He is
Apparently, I do.
my travel concierge. And he was like, do you want to go to Hawaii? And I'm like, because our last trip out of the country was like kind of a mess.
Yeah, that didn't happen so well. I do remember you leaving a cruise early.
Yeah. I'm out of here.
This isn't for me. Pick me up on the side of the road.
Right in the middle of the Azores. Forget it.
Right. She really did.
Oh, my-
This is where I stay. Goodbye. Leave me, boat. I never want to go on you again. What's up? Good morning, Wes. And she really did
the
that.
puppy. I see the puppy there.
Yeah, right. This is giant.
I mean, the horse.
Right. His whole head's not even all the way in. Winston, I love you.
He hears people talking and he thinks it's about him. It's like,
He's like, excuse me,
Aw.
mother. I'm not getting any treats here.
get your own show.
Yeah, so you wanted to talk about some local performances that are going on in your area, which I love.
Yes, it's so much fun because this is the time to do it. Because in the summertime, we don't get to enjoy all the plays, all the amazing artists that come into town and with their fabulousness. So I was asked to do a consultation and work with this woman. They were doing a play. Okay, back up. Sorry, ADD.
I know, right? Let's start at the beginning of this story because I love it.
So Madame Arcadi is a very old play, and it's about a psychic medium, and she also does table tipping. And so they asked me to be to do some work with them to make sure
Because that's what Susan does.
that's what I do. And I was like, oh my God, my people. I'm like, was so excited to work with people that wanted to actually talk about table and talk about seance and talk about connecting with the dead. And it was just right up my alley. So yes, so I worked with them, and the woman that is, everyone in the play is fantastic. They are local people, and they're really good at their craft. And so it starts, what is today? Wednesday?
Is it today?
No, it starts Thursday,
Okay, tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Sunday. They'll have me come up on stage after the play and kind of talk about what table tipping and talking and having seances is really about and how it kind of plays into the play. So
I love that.
it was really neat, and they're such lovely people. So it's in Dennis. It's at, oh, and I don't know which church it is. It's at the community church. Maybe that's not the name of it. So
I'll find it and I'll drop the link after. So if you want to come back to this live, I'll make sure that it's in the link in here so that we can get those tickets or find out exactly where it is. And then the name of it so people can just Google it too, because you have that ability, everyone.
yes, Madam Arcardi, Arcarti, I believe, if I haven't butchered that either.
Very cool. I love it when they're doing a stage performance, but yet bringing someone up who practices these arts
Yeah.
and then has a dialogue about it. It's really what a special
fun?
idea. Yeah.
Church that it's at, it's on 6A in Dennis, and it's the one that's attached to the fire station.
Oh, okay. I know
And-
exactly where it is.
Yeah. Let's see, this is
doesn't
Cape Cod directions. Go to, and it's got the big cemetery in front, and that's the one you're going to.
So you've got a lot of table tipping events coming up, right?
Yep, I do. We had one last Tuesday. So it's the last Tuesday of every month.
Perfect.
Yes.
And
it's
then your tea leaf readings too.
that was last night. So every Tuesday, I'm going to be hosting something, whether it be tea leaf reading or table tipping. There's even I want to do, once we come closer to summer, make your own rain stick.
Ooh.
And doing a little ceremony around it so we can charge the rain stick, bring in the energy, have a little meditation, then make your own rain stick. Yeah.
I'll
So
take
fun.
all of the energy, and just the sound of a rain stick makes my heart happy. So
And you know what I'm thinking over here?
she's like, how do we get
have
her?
A space. We have a space, and we invite anyone from the community to come in and showcase their skills and their talents, because we want to offer variety. You know, it's not fun to just do it ourselves.
Right. Well, it's fun to go to different areas. You know, being Cape Codders, that if you are in one town, it does not necessarily mean the town over. No one goes. We're so town specific.
Yeah.
So it's nice to go to it's like a vacation in your own space. I always laugh because everyone's like, oh, are you out of town? And I'm like, no, I'm from Mashpee. I understand it's 3 towns away, but I do like to go to different towns and see what's going on.
I actually get out of Mashpee.
Right.
Right. And the people in Wellfleet were so thankful last night with the tea leaf reading, because they're like, there's nothing down here.
Correct.
Yeah.
We don't do anything down here. And they're
Yeah.
like, so much fun. Yeah.
That outer Cape area definitely gets forgotten a little bit in the wintertime. They're like, oh, you guys are hibernating. We'll be back. So that is nice to have events there. And also, Susan, when your foot feels better, maybe a trip to the upper Cape and come visit us for a couple things. I would love to book you.
Yes, please.
Oh, yes, I would love that. And even, don't let this foot fool you. I'm going
She's still dancing with one foot.
Just strap it up and tap dance on over. She's ready to go. Get it done. I love it. Nate said, let's interview the dog. Let's give the dog a voice.
He definitely wants some screen time over there.
It's so awesome. Susan, let people know how to find you on the interwebs and how maybe they can book you for a private reading too.
Oh, sure. Cape Cod happymedium.com. Just hit the website. There's lots to look at. And I keep everything up to date on the event schedule. So yeah, that's where you can find me, Cape Cod happymedium.com.
I love it. I got to call your daughter because I see that the bus is ready to go. I need a post.
All right. Well, and I've got a t-shirt coming or a sweatshirt or whatever. So I got to get that to you.
Oh my gosh. Yes. I'm very excited. I had her daughter on the show and she's been working on this fabulous bus, and the bus has a following. It's like pretty incredible what they've done. So I'll definitely have to have her back on.
Is it a travel bus?
Oh yeah. It's for their, it's just very cool.
Oh,
They're not sharing it. It's for them,
Gotcha. Oh,
which I love.
It was
I
like a
miss you.
project that turned into a YouTube channel that turned into everybody that likes buses is now they're going to have a gathering because everyone wants to see the finished product.
Absolutely.
Oh,
You
that's
got to have the unveiling.
mhm.
A lot of fun. That's Watkins DIY. I think that's what it is. Watkins DIY.
Yeah, definitely see the start to
Fun.
the finish is pretty incredible. They've done an amazing amount of work and they're funny.
Yeah, well, I got to tell you, this is the inside stuff that I'm not allowed to talk about. But there was a person on the bus, a ghost. And so I pull up with my grandson Noah, who's 4. Well, he's 5 now, but so he looks and he goes, Nanny, I need to go into the bus. Is someone in there? And I look and I went, oh, there's nobody in the bus. But I know what he's seeing. He's seeing this ghost. And John's afraid of it all. So I'm not allowed to talk about the ghost that's on the bus, or he'll never get in the won't get finished. So Noah's like, he's like, Nanny, I have to go. And I'm like, buddy, there's nobody there, but go ahead, go see for yourself. I think it's just something else. And he looks and he walks around the bus. He looks, he goes, Nanny, there's nobody here. And I went, I told you it was a ghost. So he can see. I hate to say, oh, dude, you can't see ghosts. And then I don't want to say it. So you're like,
I don't mean to be gaslighting a 4-year-old, but at the same time, it's not a people.
and he was so bewildered because he knew he saw a person on the bus.
Wild.
Yeah, it was crazy. But but I'm not allowed to. I just let me just figure out who it is. Maybe it's like the bus driver. It's a part of the story. And John's
it's
like,
100%.
Right.
You need to do that and get John out of the way.
Yeah, I'll sneak in.
Yes.
They live up the street. So I'll sneak over at night and do a little
And
thing.
then you'll have your nighttime podcast of what really is
The
happening
people on the bus go, shh, 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 get on the bus.
Come on, kids.
You arrest my mother-in-law. She's on the bus. Ghost.
She's trying to tell me there are ghosts on my bus. I want her gone.
The ghost can stay, but she's got to go.
That's it. Nate said, call Ghostbusters. Let's get this done. Susan is Ghostbusters. Oh, it's always a pleasure. Susan, our happy medium, Cape Cod, happymedium.com, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Love you guys.
Love you guys. Feel better. Bye, Winston.
Bye.
Bye. I love her. She is absolutely fabulous.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to meet her.
I know. Oh, I should have asked her about it's Guy Fawkes Day. Guy Fawkes Day with a silly mask. You know nothing about Guy Fawkes?
Fill me in.
V is for Vendetta. You never watched it?
Oh my gosh, yes.
That stupid mask.
Yes.
Guy Fawkes
That's
Day.
the memory thing I was telling you about.
Oh,
right
yeah,
there.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So we started talking about Super Bowl before Susan bopped in. And my favorite part of the Super Bowl is obviously the snacks, not even the game, but also the commercials. And we were looking over 7 commercials that were the best ever. And I looked over the list and I'm like, oh, the Where's the Beef one.
Where's the Beef?
Very iconic.
Yeah.
But the list of the other ones, I was like, meh, not so much for me. There was one stupid commercial that will always sit with me. And it was Terry Tate, the Office linebacker. And I don't even remember what team. And Nate, maybe you can, because you're the sports guy, figure out what team Terry Tate played for. But he was just sitting there, and every time he got mad at somebody in the office, he just got up and ran at them and knocked them down, laid them out. And I loved it. I knew nothing about the context of it all. But I'm like, can you imagine if all scores were settled in the office?
It
We're
became
just
a thing.
slapping on some pads and knocking them down.
It became a thing. I remember when that commercial came out, and people would literally just start side tackling them wherever they were.
Terry Tate, the Office linebacker. I really enjoyed it. That one. And then what was What's Up?
There was
that
the
one.
Old Spice one was on there.
Yep. See, she remembers that one. But I just don't think that they're as funny anymore. And maybe it's because of our humor has changed a little bit.
Much.
I just don't understand why. It seems
makes no sense.
Like an extreme waste of money given the climate of the world. However, Kate McKinnon and my buddy there, Pete Davidson, are going to be doing a commercial together. There's something about him. I can't stand him, but I'm still drawn to him. I don't know what it is.
Yeah. It's like that love-hate.
He makes me crazy.
What makes you crazy though? What is it?
I don't know. I don't know what it is about him. Because he's just not funny, but he's there. He's in everything.
Because he's not. I don't know if he's trying to be funny. He's just like
he's a comedian though.
But it comes off naturally.
I guess
I don't know. It's an interesting character. That's
yeah.
For sure.
It's. I just find it mildly amusing. You amuse me.
Yeah.
It's not laugh out loud funny.
Not busting at the seams.
RTB, if you're still there, he always says to me he loves cartoon violence. He sent me a movie clip or whatever of some woman getting tased, and I laughed at that. So maybe I also am a fan of movie violence, given my Terry Tate proclivities. But I also saw that Gwyneth Paltrow, there was a story about her this morning, and we all think of her as goop and posh and proper and whatnot. But how she deals with her anger is she hits things with a
With.
plastic bat. So the thought of Gwyneth Paltrow freaking out, walking around like a piñata with a wiffle ball bat, just kind of really brought up some mental notes that I didn't realize were in there.
I think she needs to be introduced to a smash room.
We need one of those. I've always wanted one of those. A rage room,
Let's make it
a
happen.
smash room. Because I feel like it's just so much work to clean up.
You hire someone else to do that.
And I don't know how long I'd be in there for. I think I'd be in there for quite some time.
You're gonna lock the door and never come out.
This is where I live now. Just leave me be.
Where's Stephanie?
Just give
She's
me
in the rage
bring
room.
in more things to smash, please. Bring it in. Bring it in.
Unload the dumpster. I
Oh,
haven't done it yet, but it
yeah.
does seem like it would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Something we are doing at the studio to get your aggression out, not as violent, but it's we're gonna create a booth, if you will, and you can just go in and throw paint, cover yourself in paint, smash the paint, just
Interesting.
and then see what happens after. We never know what's gonna happen. It's so exciting.
I like it. There's always some avant-garde art thing happening over at Lauren Studios.
We gotta take that aggression out though, and we came up with the idea to do like the karate chopping and the kicking, like inviting these studios to come in, hacha with paint.
Okay.
Get it out.
I like it. I like it a lot.
But you would rather be in a smash room.
Oh, yes. It
Yeah,
was from
yeah.
Cruella. Thank you, RTB. My favorite part of the video, though, was of you laughing at the very, very end. So good. Very enjoyable. Yes. Do you remember the 5th of November? Thank you, Lynn Brennerson. I appreciate that.
It was the accent. Because Guy Fawkes.
Yes.
It's an English thing. Like, yeah.
Oh, maybe you didn't know that she's British. You can't tell by her accent, but she is.
So we would actually have Guy Fawkes night,
Yep.
and you would have the biggest bonfires in your backyard on 5th of November every year.
Really?
And then you would actually build him using cloves and newspaper, and we would stake him on the top of the fire. And now that I'm saying it out loud, it sounds really morbid. And then we would have firework displays. Everybody would have fireworks in England because it was legal.
I love this. It sounds
now
very
I'm
British.
cringing. Thinking, what the hell were we doing back then?
Yeah, there are a lot of British customs that are rooted in a lot of crazy, but I'm cool. I'm down with
it. It was
it.
so fun.
You've been a people longer than we've been a people. So we're
Actually,
learning.
I'm curious to know if anyone from England is chiming in today. Let me know if we still celebrate.
Oh, I'm curious.
5th
Yeah,
of November.
actually, I'll have to ask. I'll have to ask Sue.
I've
Sue-
forgotten so much.
Well, that's it. On this day in 1606, Guy Fawkes convicted for his part of the gunpowder plot. So yes, he was the guy who inspired What the Fox.
What?
Dad jokes for days, guys. Just check over to our Facebook page, lemonadeo.com. I'm good for one. My husband's always good for one. Dropping those dad jokes.
Was that yours or Cliff's this
It's
morning?
Cliff's. We were always dusted up, and I'll be like, did you just say that out loud? We're definitely using that. We're using that. So the big unveiling happened yesterday. We are going to be the recipients of Margaritaville. The
We
first resort here is going to be in New England on the Cape.
Yep.
Which I've got mixed feelings about it. I love that it's tourism that is being brought to us for sure. I'm glad that it's in Hyannis. That's where it's belonging.
Yeah.
But Cape Cod, nothing says Cape Cod like Margaritaville. I don't know.
And it's going in at the Cape Codder.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It's just they're revamping the Cape Codder. It needed an
Margaritaville.
updating. And I just don't know how I feel about it.
Is this the updating they needed?
Yeah, I know. I'm just one of those. I'm going to keep it Cape Cod.
I feel like the Cape Codder kind of targets all the different audiences,
Yeah.
customer market.
Yeah.
Whereas Margaritaville, you might be limiting yourself to a smaller market. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking wrong.
Well, maybe they thought, all right, well, this is the year to do it. Jimmy's dead. Let's do it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it does connotate I'm on vacation, so I definitely get it. Definitely great for the summer, but in the winter, yeah. I don't know. Maybe that's the winter is the time that you want it, right? We got to bust the wintertime blues a little bit. Maybe I
Yeah.
might like a Margaritaville. As long as you're catering to some of the locals in the off season, we say yes to that.
I tell you what, I think we need to take a Lemonadio tour, and
I agree.
we'll have to, just stay the night in the
Absolutely.
winter.
I agree. We also like limes here at
We'll let you
Lemonadio.
know. I think they do like margarita flights,
That's it.
little sample.
I like that.
Yeah.
I'm down. I'm a fan of that.
All right, maybe it won't be so bad.
All right. So who out there still has their Christmas tree up? Where are you?
Do you have any hidden around your house?
No.
No.
I pretty much usually my birthday is the day after Christmas and I like it gone. I want to get it gone.
Yeah.
Christmas is over next.
Now it's my birthday.
But I do know people that like Gretchen Wilson leave their Christmas lights on all year long and it's fine. I just saw that there were benefits to that. In fact, people that keep their Christmas tree up through the spring, and you and I were looking at them, and most of them brought up that it keeps you happier longer.
Yeah.
It's that cozy feeling.
It is. It's the lights. It's the ambience. I don't know if there has to be a tree there.
Right. It's your prolonged sense of cheer.
Yeah.
And also, they say it's busting your wintertime blues. So if you've got your Christmas tree up still because it brings you joy, then who the hell am I to tell you you're wrong?
Yeah. I mean, I don't ever judge one that leaves their Christmas tree up.
Nope.
I couldn't afford the electric bill, I don't think. But I mean, do we really need trees and lights to be more joyful?
Lynn's got her hand up. She's like, I am here. I am leaving this thing on. Honestly,
can't we just be joyful?
Yeah. Well, I started watching True Detective, and I was a little freaked out yesterday, but watching the opening season, it was like December 17th, the last day of sunlight for the year in Alaska. And I was thinking to myself, that must be so incredibly awful.
If we think seasonal depression is a thing here, could
Right?
you imagine?
I know it's Cape Cod gray right now, and it has been. We saw a spot of sun, and I was no word of a lie on a Zoom call with somebody from Ride Away Sports, and he's like, "The sun's out. I have to go."
And it
And
lasted
I was
all
like,
about 5 minutes.
Goodbye, Nick. I appreciate you.
I did actually see this morning that we have sun coming up for the weekend.
Somewhere in there, it's really bad when you look at the weather and you're like, "Oh my God, it's going to be sunny on Thursday. We might see it.
Cancel all your plans.
But
We're going
could
to
you
the beach.
Imagine not seeing the sun for a solid 10, 20,
Nope.
30 days in a row.
Put a fork in me now.
You are some special people that live in Alaska. I
Mhm.
watch those Alaska's shows and I'm like, I could do that. But they don't show the part where they're hunkering down for the
And
winter and nobody sees them for 4
miserable.
months. No, I don't think I could do that. The farming part looks all fun and romantic, but it seems like a lot of work and I would probably die out there.
Yeah.
I'd get eaten by a bear, and that was Stephanie. Bye. Thanks for coming.
And on tomorrow's podcast.
I know. Hank on the show tomorrow, by the way. We have got our bonus Thursday. We are going to be at the college starting, I think next week. It's going to be Groundhog Day. Guys, we got a whole new month, which I'm very excited for. February is going to come and it's going to go very quickly. We are going to be doing all kinds of fun Valentine's-y things. Whether you've got somebody special to celebrate with, we've got that for you. Whether you're looking for that special someone, we've got a speed dating event that is going on at Wicked Pizza. And I'm going to be the host. I'm hosting my first game show. Kind of excited about it.
That's exciting.
It's fun for me to be in this space right now because I'm hosting fun things like game shows, but also I'm going to be hosting an actual like agenda meeting with some of the chambers. So it's
Yeah, you've got that new gig now too.
the weird space that I'm in. I'm like, serious, not serious. Serious, we're playing games today. It's kind of fun.
And you got the E for All mentorship coming up as well.
I am. I've got a whole new crop of newbies to support
Yep.
and be a shoulder to cry on for. And just motivate. I really find it invigorating to be able to listen to people and kind of point them in a better direction, or be like, "Hey, you're not alone." It's really nice to be a person that commiseration is key.
Yeah. It's really incredible to kind of going through that transition of being just a regular person to owning a business and then learning we're all just still regular people. It's really refreshing
Yeah.
because I was always so intimidated. And then you get to the other side and you're like, oh, all the joyful people are here.
Yeah.
Like, it's not so bad.
No.
So it's super exciting to see all the opportunities that you're going to get.
For sure.
Yeah.
I know. And here at Lemonadio, we just had our 4th birthday.
Yeah.
We just turned 4.
Baby Lemmy.
Let's make it to 5. Like those statistics of businesses that go, I mean, like we're on an upward trajectory, and I'm really excited for where
Yeah.
we are branching out. And I'm super pumped. And I also can't believe it's been 4 years. But to look back at where our studio started on the whole other side of my basement, maybe we're moving and shaking. No, we're actually like talking to banks and working on finding our own space.
Yeah.
And it's really incredible to see the growth.
Absolutely.
So if I can be a person to say that to someone that is just starting this journey, it's super exciting. And I hate the word journey. So everybody uses this, "Oh, I'm going
So
on a
cliche.
journey." It really is. It bothers me, but it
it's
is.
true. It's true. And that whole trust the process. I
Ah,
hate that.
gross,
But it's
boo.
so true.
Cliched words I hate,
Yeah.
but it's also real.
So true.
Oh, if you're a struggling business out there and just need a shoulder to cry on, make sure you know that we are always here for you at Lemonadio, Places. Any of our E for All brethren, we are here for you. Please feel free to DM us at any point. You can always email me, Stephanie@StephanieViva.com. I will get back to you in an email.
5 days.
3 to 5 business days. Send me
But
an email.
she will get back to you.
I promise I will, for sure. Also, if you're thinking about events, we are your events people. I will come to you, and she's got the place for you. So between the two of us, we will crush it.
We are
Just
gonna have a
ask
lot
for
of
help.
fun. Just
So-
wave your flag.
I know, or you've got a crazy idea that might not be so crazy and you want to see it developed. We definitely know the people.
Yeah, there are no ideas that are too crazy because you know what? Those are the ones that are fun. Those are the ones that are sticking. Those are the ones that
Mhm.
we're like, yeah, let's do that. We're bringing a lot of old school traditions back too.
Yeah,
Like the things you used to do as a kid, teenager, we're bringing it all back.
super fun. Wes, if you're still here, I'm really looking forward to Wes's food truck, The Kitchen. You might see them sometimes outside of Aquatic Brewing Company. We're bringing him over to Knockabout. On the 18th, he's going to be bringing his fabulous fare to Knockabout, and I'm very excited.
Very
I'm
cool.
secretly, I'm just having you there so I can eat the empanadas. They come to me. Thank you.
What kind of food?
It is Cape Verde
Oh, yeah,
flavor.
delicious.
Oh, it's so good. Really, it's so delicious. He makes anything into an empanada. He has dessert ones. Like it's so your food. I'm very excited. All right. Everybody else, have a great day. Try and stay warm. Find a bit of sunshine somewhere. You can find your own places.
Yes, come on down to the studio.
125 Main Street, Buzzards Bay.
Yes, you got it.
All right. Everybody have a great day. Hank is coming up with the lunchtime show, and he'll be on the air with me tomorrow. I will see you. Oh, where is everybody tonight? Tonight. It's Wednesday. Marianne's over at Father's. You can go find her there, Father's Kitchen, and have yourself a beer. It is buy one, get one half off pizza night over
Nice.
at Father's Kitchen. Bye. Have a great day.
Bye.
All right. Is that my
Tonight,
out? That's my
We're
out.
going to be having game night.
Oh, you got game night?
Family game night. Yep. Playing some,
Family game night.
chess, getting my butt kicked.